Hello interweb, this is Dannage. We've got City Skylines. We've also got a new laptop. That's right, because I discovered mods, and turns out my old 8 gig RAM laptop couldn't really cope with City Skylines and all these mods. These mods I'm showing here because that's like kind of crediting people. And more importantly for you, if you're anything like me, you'll be watching YouTube, you'll be seeing some people, you'll be going, wow, how did they get that? That's mods. And so there you go, you got to see some of them. I would show you through the assets as well, but I've got an absolute truckload of them. Look at that, look at that, all of them things I've been downloading over the last 2 weeks. So much so that it broke my old computer, melted right through the middle. So what are we going to do? We're going to do sort of, well, it's going to be like a Let's Play series, but we're going to start off with some editors. We're going to go through with a map editor. We're going to create a new map. Then we're going to play it. Then we're going to ruin it. We're going to get bored. Then we're going to start again, and we're going to do that every couple of minutes. And then you'll all be bored, I'll be bored, it'll all be crazy, but won't we have fun? No, we won't. Haha! Right, here we are, European city. Oh god, that's so smooth. I can't tell you how smooth that is. Right, anyway, what we're going to do, we are going to go for we're going to make a map here. We are going to do some stuff. I've chosen European because I've got a mod that will do British. Oh my god, that's so smooth. It will do British road signs. So I am going to that is, I cannot tell you that I should, you know, I want to I want to sort of show you how this was on my last one, but you know, I can't actually record and play this game at the same time on my last one. It is amazing, but this just feels so, it feels kind of creepy good. Anyway, that was really easy. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to level. I'm going to go on the level with it. Now that water is going to come up here. That should be around about the water level there. Now I've already had a little think about what I'm going to do, because I want to put a dam in as well. So I'm going to need some hills. But every time, that's nice. Just got a message about restarting. Don't restart my computer. Crazy people. So that's water. Can't believe how easy that's gone in. So what I'm going to do, I am now going to add. Going to change the terrain height. See, I want hills, but I don't want crazy hills. No, numlock. Where's oh god, numlock. Really need to get used to this new PC, don't I? So I figured what I would do. There's a couple of things I'm going to do. It's going to be a sort of English European type thing, affair going on, but I'm going to base it on, I'm going to call it like a garden city. I was actually in a garden city today, and I'm going to have to remember to go and actually research the things that make it a garden city. but I don't really need to be doing this. What I'm going to do is I'm then going to add that at 75, and I'm going to have another one. Oh, I'm crazy, aren't I? Yeah, dude, look at that. It's going to go across. Then there's going to be one at, well, yeah, 85. Why not? It's going to go across the next level. So it's going to be largely on a hill, and that's just so that the rivers are going to go downhill. But what I do want is I want it relatively straight, because I build hills, I build certain things, and they all just sort of go meh. And then I can't really build. You know, I keep seeing all these cities, and the cities are just nicely sort of laid out, and this makes it a very sort of flat thing. Shall we wait for a couple of seconds for that water to die down? Let's wait for a couple of seconds for that water to die down. Hang on a second. Okay, so the water has receded, and what I've done is I've changed actually the heights of things. So I'm actually going up 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Just because even then I don't know that it's actually going to be quite steep enough to make the thing work. But I'm going to try. So I think I'm going to dam off up here. So we'll do there. But I'm also going to want a couple of rivers. So I think we'll go here, and just one off to the side a little bit. Gonna dump my sewage in there. I do have a mod that allows me to get all 25 tiles in, and then what I'll do is go up to that height, and get the next one. And yeah, I'm not really going all that detailed at this point, as you may have been able to tell. This is a little, or shall we say, raw? Yeah, raw, would you go for that? It's a little bit amateurish. Yeah, we got some things going on there. I'm trying to make these relatively even at the moment, mainly because I get it. Oh, that's a lot easier to do it. I sometimes end up with quite horrible rivers, because I sort of like try and do little ditches, and I try and do it on good strong hills, and well, it doesn't work. There you go. Best city skylines map ever in the world, ever. I think there will be some tweaking. First, what we're going to do is we're going to smooth some of these edges. So smoothing's happened. We've got a little bit of coastline going on. We've put some water in the river, or in this little river, and we've made this river a little bit more exciting, a bit more natural looking. There's a little bit of land in the middle. Now we have left, it does get a little bit thin at some points, but we have left some space just inside the 25 tile zone, so we will be able to put sort of like sewage and treatment works down in there, so we will get some extra flow in there. So I've got a rock and a tree. I think we're going to add a few more in, and then basically what I've done is I've just raised the altitude of the land around where the water source was, and then I was able to raise the water source and bring it out and make it higher. And the main reason for doing that was oh, that doesn't look very good, does it? Let's just smooth that out a little bit. Oh, da 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 da. So the main reason for doing that was because I was running out of water around about there, and it just wasn't flowing down into the sea. So now it will be able to. Let's look at, we've got some gap there. Final tiny little bit of tidy up. Now this space doesn't really matter that much because this is outside of the build zone, but what we want is we want it so that when we're at the edge and we look out, it doesn't look too unnatural out there. So it's going to look relatively flat over there, but it's going to look pretty okay there. Now you will notice that that looks a bit crazy, but that is because I've basically put two water sources in the middle river, and in the end had to take out all of the land, because even with all of these barriers I just flooded the entirety of the map. But this is entirely intended, because I need, over here somewhere, I'm going to need to build a dam, and that dam is going to be able to have to hold all of this water back, and then it's going to have a smaller river out here. But what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple of trees now. We're going to do a quick time lapse to finish us off. We're going to put a few trees basically just around the edges of the river, and maybe a bit of highway. Not yet, no. We'll just put some decorations, just some natural decorations around here, and I'm going to do that in a time lapse. Right, so what I need to do next is install probably Premiere on the new laptop, not just the old one, because at the moment I can't play videos at double the speed. So talking over a time lapse, and by time lapse I mean double speed video, isn't really going to give you exactly. I can't really. I don't know what's going to be on the screen by the time so I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes of talking. We've got some trees. I'm putting stuff in. I'm putting some trees. You'll see that there's the lake in the middle of the map has been cordoned off a little bit, or smoothed down a little bit, and then that's why most of the map's full of water. But my main problem with the trees down the side, I do like all the trees down along the river bank, but they are a little bit, shall we say, bright in terms of the green. Some of the greens don't look all that natural, and they do look a little bit wah in your face. The other thing to note, I guess, is that because although I'm using one of the mods that allows all 25 tiles to be used, you can only use 10 tiles in the actual game out of the 25 that are available, but the mod that gives me 25 tiles. Now what I need to do therefore is focus on not only the stuff, mainly the stuff that you will be able to see from the edge of the map. Now all of the stuff way off in the distance is going to get grayed out, but what I will then do is I'll try and do some things that are within sight of the map, but outside of the 25 tile zone, because you're obviously in a position where once you're in the 25, once you're playing the game, you can landscape all you like within the 25 tile zone. So maybe I should have gotten the 81 tile addenda or mod, but I don't know. We'll try it with 25. I'm pretty sure 25 should be melting some machinery at certain points. So we'll see. At the moment, when I'm looking at my time lapse, I'm making some hills, and I'm making some big old hills to the right there. The other stuff that I have a go at, I remember having a go at this last night, was prop line tool. So I've never used the prop line tool. As I say, I got all of the mods, or I loaded loads of mods, and actually sort of melted my other laptop. So I haven't really managed to use them, and so the prop line tool is something that people are using to make all those lovely British fields. And those little hedgerows that go between British fields and separate them all out. So there I am trying to actually make those and just playing around with the prop line tool at the end to then see if I can do something that looks remotely normal. I am using the hedges to start off with, or the hedges that are supplied. I tried with a couple of bushes and a couple of trees. Didn't really like anything that I was doing. Don't really like the hedge. The hedgerows are too green. They're not sort of dark enough, and they're not. You know, if you've been to Britain, you know that a British fields are surrounded by very dark green, thick hedgerows, and you need to be able to. I need to be able to recreate that. So if you are aware of a prop that looks much better as a hedgerow than all of the stuff that I've experimented with here, then by all means let me know in the comments what the prop is, and I'll consider downloading it. I don't know what order I'm going to do these things in when I do the actual map. When I start playing the actual game, there'll probably be a couple of videos just setting the map up first, and then getting sort of just the surrounding areas okay, but from there on, yeah, if I haven't already done 15 more episodes of this, by all means send me useful mods or assets rather. Let me know about them, and you know, don't be afraid to do that, even if it's afterwards. If there's new mods or assets being released and they are awesome, then I'm probably still playing this game regardless of whether I'm still streaming about it, YouTubing about it or not. So send those through, and then do everything that all of the YouTube people, proper people, tell you. You know, like, subscribe, blah blah blah, comment. Come again. That's the real important thing. Watch the rest of these, because I'm sure they're going to be far more entertaining next time. Anyway, on to episode 2. C'est la vie.